Hey guys, Renegade here with Kerbal Space Program. This is a Let's Play video that chronologically tells the story of how I will conquer the career mode, and I am going to do it all with you. I'm just gonna select my flag here. That's the angel flag, that is the emblem of righteousness. And here you see my VAB, then the astronaut complex where I'll hire a couple of brave astronauts to come and explore with me, because exploration is the best thing that we can do. That guy looks trustworthy. He's a little stupid, but we need stupidity on missions like these. I'll start off with a command pod, where one brave Kerbal will bravely fly us out into the stars. Now, as long as I put these fuel tanks in line, they will transfer fuel all the way down to the engine. Now, it adds more weight whenever I do this rather than just putting on a giant fuel tank, but unfortunately we don't have any of these because it's only a tier 1 rocket. Now, no, normally these engines, they don't separate on themselves. Usually you have to have a Sepratron or some other in order to get rid of those engines, but fortunately, whenever they overheat, they will blow up into the atmosphere and we'll never have to see them again, and fortunately blowing them up doesn't damage the ship at all, so just overheating them right there will solve our problems. If I can just... Yeah. Alright. But, there we go. Alright. We've got our bottom tier. Alright, everything's looking pretty good. Now comes staging. Staging can be very confusing or very simple depending on how you built your rocket. It's very hard sometimes to find the right separatrons and engines and figure out the order in which they're supposed to go. So that looks fine. Now it's time to name this. And I will name this the Exploder. What kind of madman would fly this monstrosity? What kind of brave fool would take on this undertaking? You seem like a good choice. How about you, good sir? Save it and launch. Now, the reason why I'm not using Jebediah Kerman or any of the other orange-suited astronauts is because they are immortal. The game made them immortal so that you wouldn't have to use any other astronauts from the astronaut complex for those who are just beginning this game. However, I am no noob, and I will make sure that I make this the most realistic, most challenging career mode yet by not reloading. I will not reload. I will not revive astronauts. This is for realsies. And there you see 4 of my engines have just overloaded, exploded into space. And the other one is about to go. And the neat thing about this is I can speed up the overheating by igniting the engine under it. Of course, if the engine is firing at the other engine, of course it's going to heat up. However, if it's already out of fuel, then it won't overheat as fast as I need it to, and it will add that weight, and it will make this mission a lot more difficult for me. If I can just... And it's really just a timing game to see whenever you can get the most fuel out of your engine while still having enough left to overheat your engines. And there we go. One more engine left to overheat, and we will be good. Now, this is a cool sort of game because at first they didn't have the career mode. At first they had a sandbox mode where they just threw all the parts at you, and this was very confusing for the player because they did not know where to start, and you usually had to go to the tutorials. However, now they have a career mode where all of the T1 parts, you know exactly what parts you need to do in order to start out, and they put you through this progression. Now, how you earn more parts is what's even more interesting. You have to earn science. And science is earned by going into space, doing all sorts of stuff, like landing on the Mun, landing on Minmus, landing on other planets, and just doing general good science tree. Sciencey stuff. Alright, and I'm trying to get the apoapsis up to 70 kilometers. And it looks like I've achieved that. Usually you have to overshoot it to account for atmosphere drag. But it's interesting because as soon as you get to 70 kilometers, then you exit the Earth's atmosphere and you no longer have drag. And you are basically in space at that point. Which is where we want to be so that we can get the most science. Because that's what this game is all about. It's all about science. And sciencey stuff. Fast forward a little bit there. Da 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 da. And there we go. Alright. We are in space. Space! Glorious space. Let's go a little bit faster. Start burning our fuel so that we can get orbit. Now, normally new players couldn't get this far on a tier 1 rocket. However, as I explained, I am no noob. I have flown and exploded more than a couple of spaceships, so if you got your first spaceship and you think that you're going to get as far as this on your first try, well, I'm sorry. Either you're wrong or you are a NASA genius. Let me go outside of my spaceship for a little bit. Do a couple EVA reports for some free science. Wow, look at that. That's really 90% of the enjoyment of this game is just the beautiful views that this game has to offer. And yes, every Kerbal comes with a free jetpack, so I can fly around and do all sorts of scenes from gravity. This game is still in early access, so of course it's going to be a little buggy. The Earth is not nearly as textured as what it needs to be, and for some reason there are no structures other than the one space station the Kerbal kind decided they were going to build. And so you can tell that they're very, very scientific society of creatures. Now what's interesting here is that I can get more science for every EVA report over every biome of the Earth. Biomes are the different land types. There's grass biomes, there's highlands biomes, there's water biomes. And every time I fly over one of these biomes, I can do an EVA report for even more science. And since I am in orbit, I will be able to get as much science as I can. I can take as long as I want. I'm not losing any resources. Kerbals don't need to eat because they're just born that way. They're awesome like that. Nor do they need a supply of oxygen. They just wear those spacesuits because, hey, it looks cool. Maybe in a later patch they will require oxygen, but not at this very moment. And if I was a little bit quicker there, I could have gotten the shores biome, but we'll move on. So I can get another biome. Alright. Now there are 7 biomes in all, one including the tundra, which I will not be able to get. Because there's no way that I can get to the poles with as much fuel as I have. However, I will be able to get 6 of them, considering I do this right. Time warp a little bit. And what's interesting is I have never beaten career mode. There is just way too much complication in trying to get to the interplanetary places such as Elu or any of the jewel moons. But I'm going to tell you what. Ooh, good screenshot right here. Wow, look at that. The sun just coming up over Kerman. What was I saying? Stay on track. Okay, so I am going to make sure that through this career mode, through this Let's Play, I will beat the career mode for the first time, and you will be there watching me try to beat that. That is just beautiful, though. Sometimes I think that being the astronaut is the luckiest job in the world, just for the views that they get to see. And time accelerate. No time for those views, we have to get science. And here we're coming up on a mountain biome, so we'll be able to collect more science from that. Mountain biomes, their own separate biomes, however, they're very small, so I'm going to try to get it in this little window as quickly as I can, and there we go. Oh, no, wait. That was wrong. I missed it. I screwed up. I am the loser. I am sorry. Maybe I can get it here. And yes, mountain biome. Okay. Good, good. Let's see if I can get a desert biome. Snag one of those, and still over mountains. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's our mountain biome. Okay. Time accelerate. Now I am going to slow my descent. As you can see, I've got a little bit of fuel left. I want to go to the dark side so I can land on the light side because I want to see my Kerbal's bright smiling face as he comes back from his first mission from space. There we go. Alright. I'm going to see if I can't land near or around some semblance of land so I can walk around. If I land in water, that's fine. If not, no big deal. Make sure that I pack the chute. Yes, I packed the chute. God, how horrible would it be if instead of a chute, forks and an anvil came out. I am glad that we are not in the Acme universe. And here's another view that I rather like on the Kerbal Space Program is if you get low enough and you're going fast enough, you'll be able to see re-entry flames. Turn the SAS off so that I don't waste electric charge, and I'm still facing the right way. Hi, desert. Anytime now. Should start seeing flames. Maybe. Huh. Time accelerate for all of y'all because sitting here waiting around for me to land is boring. We don't want boring in these episodes. Okay. And I am not going to land. I'm going to land right in the water. That's fine. Oh, there's re-entry flames. I'll wait until those get a little bigger. Yeah, see, I'm gonna land right in the middle of that ocean right there. And the flames. The flames! The flames that are coming off of my ship are amazing. Alright, here we go. Past 20 kilometers, we're getting pretty close. And I've got plenty of fuel left, so should my parachute ever give out and decide, nope, I'm not going to work today, I still have fuel to make a safe landing. Let's go to Time Warp 1. Unfortunately, we have to watch this all the way through because there is an existing bug in this game to where the physics engines will literally rip off the parachute and my Kerman will cease to exist. And all of that 18 minutes will be for naught. Again, none of this will be reloaded. No Kerbal will be revived. The entire career mode will be one playthrough. And it says if you scroll over the parachute description that it opens at 500 meters, so once we get down there, we want to go at least, there we go. Now I can time accelerate because the bug does not apply after the parachute is opened. Now I want to land a little bit more lightly and get the ship all intact because we all like neat intact ships. Slow down just a tad. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Alright, we're all good. I still have a little bit of fuel left, and... Oh, there we go. Alright, we have landed, and... Oh. Okay. Alright. The capsule survived. Alright, we're good. Alright, let's get ourselves upright. Okay. Oh, mini heart attack there. Alright. I did not want the first video that I put up to be an absolute failure. That would have been horrible. Alright, let's get some EVA reports and some surface samples so they know what their water looks like at this particular area. Go back and recover the vessel. And we'll do this for a whole... Oh my goodness, alright. Next time, we may go to Minmus. I'll see